All right. Okay, guys, we are here, Microsoft 365 Admin Center, and today we are dealing on resources and we are dealing with marketplace if time permits us. Now, there is one thing I want you to observe. If you check the home, which we are right now, you see the symbol here representing home, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you check Copilot, please pay attention to these icons. If you check Copilot, you see the Copilot icon here, correct?
Yes.
Now, I want us to be a bit interactive at this point because we have dealt with users, we have dealt with teams and group, we have dealt with rules. Yeah. Now, if you look at these users and group or users and teams critically, what do you observe? In their icon.
I need to zoom in so that I can be able to see.
Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in from my own end too. Can you see it better now?
Yeah. Okay. The first one is what? Sorry. The one with the
Users.
blue. It's users, right?
Yes. What do you observe in between users and teams and group?
In user, you have a color with blue, which signify, I think you have a purpose for that color for it, where the rest are white. All right?
No, I am the one that navigates there, that navigated there. That is what it's showing. So let me just explain. Basically, you see that this is home and it's showing the symbol, the icon as house. Copilot is Copilot, right? You see users here. This is showing human being that is one.
Okay,
It's
okay.
just
I didn't know that it was this aspect you were talking about. I thought you were talking about the other place that the right finish setting up Microsoft
no,
something
no,
like.
no, no. Okay, so you want to throw light on it? Users and teams.
Yes, user it show that means that you have to ask somebody. You representing a person that a particular, for instance, a particular user, you need to be hard to that.
Manage. Yeah, just term it management.
Yes,
It symbolizes that, hey, here you are managing human beings, right?
yes.
User. Okay.
A
So
group.
yeah.
You are
Individual.
managing a group, meaning
So what
that
did you see?
this a group can represent a user more than one user. Like
Thank
for
you. Thank
instance,
you. Perfect. Perfect.
so
So you
can be
see that even before you go into details, the symbol can as well give you an insight of, what like the idea behind what you are about to explore, right? And now if you check roles deals with individuals and group, but there is something that stands out here that makes it different from this normal user, which is this toolbox. When
yes,
you give a user a role, that role become a tool that is working with. And here we have a toolbox where he has his tools to work. Okay. And now we have come down to resources. What do you observe in these resources?
come here. Let me look at it. It's because I'm using phone.
So let me just explain. If you check at resources here, you see that there is a computer behind a printer. That is to say, there's a printer, there is a computer behind it. Did you see it? Or you need me to zoom in a little more?
I've seen it.
Yeah, right now. I have gotten to where I don't want to go. Anyways, that is not an issue. I'll just zoom out a little. Okay. Okay, let me just put it in 100. So, um, you see there's a printer, there is a computer. So this can be a resource in an organization. Hmm? These are resources you make use of every day in an organization. All right. Now, if you come down to marketplace, you'll see that this is just a bag, although it looks like a box. Okay. Whereby you used to go to the market, buy things, and package it back home. Right? Does that make sense? Now we move on. If we move on to billing, just going extension by extension because we are not getting it today, you see this thing that looks like a credit card. And what are credit cards used for? Is used for buying and selling. And like the name, sorry, did I say selling? It's used for buying, purchasing most of the time, right? And if you look at the name, it says billing. And if you see, suppose there is an headphone. This headphone is used for communication, receiving, and transmitting information. All right, so going back to the business of the day, if you clean down, don't forget anywhere you have a drop down, anywhere you have this down arrow, which is a drop down, is telling you that there are stuffs under that particular um, aspects you want to explore. For example, if you should click on these roles, you have role assignment, you have administrative units. If you should click on teams and group, you have active teams and group, policies, deleted group, shared neighbors. The same way, if you click on users, you have active users, contact, guests, and the deleted users. So not to digress, under resources, we have rooms and equipment, and then we have sites. I will not want to confuse us. Let's just take it a step at a time. If we cannot finish resources today, we might want to consider marketplace another day. But please, you mustn't always wait for me before we start to do something. You can, the same way I'm just open my Copilot that is integrated into my Edge browser, you can always do this as well. Okay? Whereby you come and make research more on the possible thing we are about to explore next, or your curiosity, like I will always say, your curiosity should be your drive. You want to know more on what is actually happening and how certain things happen. Now, here, I will click on this drop down and I will enter deep think think deeper. That will give me a more detailed information I'll be needing as regards rooms and equipment. So I'll just go ahead and type explain. Let me be detailed. Explain room, rooms and equipment. Equipment under resources. Just so, although I don't need to put all of this before it capture my message, this is built by Microsoft and already they know what's up, right? So integrated, sorry, and 365, 365 admin center. So when I hit on enter, it will take more time to think because I say think deeper, right? If I had say quick response in 2 to 3 seconds, my answer should, be ready for me. But if I do think deeper, it takes nothing less than 30 seconds for better and more complex topics. So let's see what Copilot has to tell us step by step. Meanwhile, these things have Microsoft has documentaries on these things that you can use to study on them independently, right? And they can be accessed via the Microsoft Learn portal. Okay, so from here now, let's us read. He said in Microsoft 365 Admin Center, under the resources section, you will find the rooms and equipment area. This feature is built on Exchange Online's room and equipment mailboxes. You know what Exchange Online is, right? Do we know? So when you talk about Exchange Online is that platform or that application that is in charge of our mailing activities. This is where we forget that, yes, you use Outlook to send and receive emails, but in the management of that Outlook, what you made use of is the Exchange Online platform. When you go to the portal, that is when you can go and configure a policy to say, hey, Paul, you should not be able to send out more than 30 messages today. That is when you say, hey, Paul, you have to comply with this. You must not be able to send this. You try to manage it. That's when you go to say, okay, use the classic Outlook or the new experience, all of those. So Exchange Online is where you go to manage your email. And here they say it is a feature that is built on Exchange Online rooms and equipment mailboxes. Now, mailboxes has come in talk here. What is a mailbox? A mailbox is that place where your email always come and resides. When you open your gmail.com, all those your gmail.com, your inbox is your mailbox. Your outbox is part of your mailbox. Anything that holds your message that is a mail is your mailbox. It is a box. The same way you have in box. That means it comes in, and this is a box that is containing it. Okay, and you have the out box. This message goes out, and this is the box that is containing them. To say, okay, they are all mails, whether coming in or going out, whether spam or whichever. And box plus box will give you boxes. Inbox, outbox, boxes. That is how we get mailboxes. So these rooms and equipment is a feature that is built on that mailboxes, on that Exchange Online mailboxes. In this sense, it's telling you that, okay, as you are creating these things, and as much as you want to make use of these things, you are making use of them with, should I say, airport support or via mailboxes at the end of the day. Now, it says it allows organizations to manage and reserve physical assets such as conference room, projectors, company vehicles, or other shared equipment by treating them like calendar resources. Now, because I did not invite you to this meeting, but every other person that I have invited for this meeting, when they go to their calendar, they will be able to see that, okay, at this time, if not because of confidentiality, okay, I think I should be able to open my calendar for you, although this particular calendar did not contain a whole lot of appointments, but I will still open to you so that you can just see. Now, if you check this place, right, this is Friday. If you come here now, it's telling me that, hey, bro, as this time, as so time, you are having this message or this call. This is from 8 o'clock. You see it here. Admin Center, Resource and Marketplace, Microsoft Teams. Paul is the one that is initiating this, right? Now, if I move to Sunday, sorry, if I move to Sunday, this is a call. And if you check it now, they tell you this is on Sunday, right? They'll tell you that on Sunday, okay, from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., you have a call, TNCC 2025 series is holding in Microsoft Teams meeting, and the initiator is Joseph Afeso. Then on Sunday from 4 to this 4:20 or what? Okay, 4 to 4:30, you have a call on TMCC 2025 project stream. Then the same time, you also have this. Okay, this is from a Sunday 11. You see now that if you check this calendar very well, there is a confliction here, and 3 confliction at that, right? You are seeing um on April 11 on Sunday, next tomorrow, I'm having a class by 4 p.m. that is ending 6 o'clock. I'm having a session 4 p.m. I'm having another session 4 p.m. These are confliction. How do I divide myself? Right? How do I divide myself to attend all of these sessions in the same time? Now, where that room and resource comes in is they will also have a calendar like this, in the sense that when you book you see the examples they gave us, you have a vehicle, you have printer, and in our icon, we have printer and computers, we have rooms. Let's say it's a conference room, for example. You are booking that room to be used for 4 p.m. on Sunday. If another person is coming to book for that room, he or she will see that that room at 4 p.m. is no longer available. Just so you will be well aware that, okay, at this time, I cannot make use of this room. So you have to either opt in for another time or another date, just so there will be no conflict, the way I'm having a conflict here. Okay, so I will go back here. He said, when someone schedule a meeting in Outlook or Outlook on the web, they can simply add the room or equipment to the meeting invitation, and the system checks its availability as it would with individual calendars. Okay. Um, we will definitely create a room or equipment. Forget rooms and equipment. The rooms and equipment rooms can indicate conference room, it can indicate meeting room, it can indicate a hall, it can indicate anything, provided is a container that is accommodating people. And equipment can vary. It can be a printer, it can be even a cell phone, it can be a vehicle, it can be anything. Okay. Now, they now say key aspects of room and equipment mailboxes, types and purposes, room mailbox. So they are what we call room mailbox. They are designed for reserving physical spaces, e.g., conference room or training room, like I've explained earlier. And we have equipment mailboxes. Now, what are these equipment mailboxes? Equipment mailboxes cater for non-room physical assets, e.g., projectors, cameras, or company cars. Both types ensure that when a meeting or event is set up, invitees can book unique resources seamlessly. Yes, we will see all of those processes. Now, setup and configuration. That says admins can create these mailboxes by navigating to resource room page in M365, select add resource, then fill in the details. What this is telling you that you will not just go and start creating stuff. You may pitch it to your organization and they will accept if your presentation is good. Yes, the organization can say, okay, how do we make use of this? How do we make best use of this room that finance department will be having meeting here, and at the same time, all these department want to have meeting and they don't want to do the meeting together. How do we do then that they do not accidentally schedule the meeting together? Then you can say, okay, let's create a room for, let's name it. Or maybe you have a hall that you are renting out. One of the big companies have come to say, please, we want to use this room on 30. Then the book is for 30. And then another person now come, I want to use this room on 30. So time and date. Then you want to book the reservation for them. You will see it. Just so there's no confliction, right? Okay. So now say name a friendly name. Okay, maybe we'll just follow this pattern to create. So what is the first step here? He said admins can create these mailboxes by navigating to the resources, rooms, and equipment. But if you say they can navigate to resources, rooms, and equipment, where do you want to navigate there from? They now say page in, they can navigate to this page in M365 Admin Center, which we are currently. So we will navigate to resources, which we have done. And they say we can navigate to rooms and equipment page. So we want to click on the rooms and equipment page and see what it actually looks like. Now, when we get here, you notice they did not say add a room or equipment. There's only an option here which says add resources, telling you that both the room or both the equipment is a resource. And that is why it is named resources. And currently, we do not have any resource here. I'm expecting that if I should create a resource now, we should go ahead and create our own resource later before the weekend. So I want to click on create resource the same way they tell me to do here. They say click on what? By selecting add resource. You then fill in your key details. The first thing you want to fill in is what? Your name, the name of that location. Now, in organization, we have what to call server room. We have what to call, okay, let's put it this way. Let's assume it's an hotel. I'm not familiar with hotel premises very well. Uh, um, let's just put it on one. Let's just, hotels usually have a lot of halls. So let's just put them on 1 or 2 or 3. Okay. Now, what do you want to create? Is it a room or is it an equipment? See, this is not really all that important, but there are two things you can really create. It is important just so you can be able to know if you are creating for a space or you are creating for an equipment, hardware, equipment, stuff that you can move. You cannot really move room. This is just for easy identification, okay? At the end of the day, it's still resources. That is just what I'm trying to, break down here for your understanding. So name, let's give it all one. Let's say all one is in first floor. And then we want to give it an image. Don't forget, they say it is built on Exchange Online rooms and equipment mailboxes. That means they require a mailbox to function because they want to, they want to have their own space where they can be accepting their own messages as well. The way we are saying, oh, I'm surprised. Okay. Oh, I only have one domain in this tenant. I'm thinking it's another tenant. I was surprised why it's showing me one tenant. I mean, one domain. Okay, we have one all one. I will give it all one at this email. Take note of something. I choose equipment. Nothing change. Equipment, does it have capacity? We don't know. Then we choose. Yes. You can choose equipment, and maybe that equipment is a computer. You can say, okay, it has 1 TB space. Uh, it has 4 cores. It has 60 gigram. It has this. It has that. Yes, you can actually simplify that, but it is not important. You see that this asterisk is not here. However, it is very, 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 very important to note these if they are key to your understanding and administrators that may come after you. Perhaps you are no longer in that premises. Now they say capacity. Let's say 500 square meter. Don't mind you. Eh? Please. Okay. I cannot put. Let me see. I cannot even. I cannot really type extensively. I need to give it an abstract number, like just to be a number or true. I cannot put the number of people who can fit in the room or use the equipment. Oh, this is not, sorry, this is not the capacity I was explaining in terms of a terabyte and stuff. This is the number of people that can be accommodated in that particular room. Okay, let's see. That can make use of, okay, that can fit in the room or use the equipment at a time. Read, please. Take note. The number of people, how many people, let's say 50 people in a one, which location, first floor. They are not important, but just know that. So you cannot really give, there should be a place where you give details of what you are giving out. I don't want to jump into conclusion yet. Maybe because you are not even reading. So email, this designated email alliance or alias, as somebody corrected me recently, one of my mentors, that allows the resource to receive booking requests. This is booking request. You know, there's what we call booking in M365. If I should come here and search for booking, I cannot search. So we'll come back to that probably because, okay, this is open down. That is why. Okay, let's just finish with this. We'll come back to that. So phone number, let's just keep that. Then we will enter and you say location helps users to know. Now, capacity for rooms, this define how many people it can accommodate. Then location and phone number helps users to know exactly where the resource is and how to reach it if needed. This structure set up not only makes the resource available for automated bookings, but it also provides clear information to users when planning their event. Okay, so let's just save this. We have our on one created. So we'll go ahead and create on two. Is it needed? Or let's create an equipment, please. We'll create an equipment. I'm just waiting for this to load. And then look at something. He said, once you are done, this is talking about, so all one is ready. You have created a new mailbox for your room and can now use the email address to book the resources. Default booking options have been applied, such as allowing repeating meetings and automatically accepting meeting invite. You can change the settings anytime. This is where the problem comes in. Now, the fact that you have created this doesn't mean that people cannot demand to use that resource at the same time, like multiple people. Before I go fully, let's type booking. You see booking here. So if I should send you my booking link, rather for me booking an appointment for you, you will be the one booking appointments with me, and it will reflect in my calendar, and I will work towards your own plan. I remember my first interview to work in one of these tech companies. They have to send me this link and I book, cancel book. It keeps appearing in a calendar. We eventually got to talk, right? At that time, it's giving me that is meeting with you convenient to book a time of my own that you, that is even hosting me, will now have to work towards, okay? Right, we have all one. So like I said, and from the warning we got, it does not automatically mean that meeting cannot be duplicated or repeated meetings cannot, be booked. But you have to come and do some settings and adjustments by yourself. First and foremost, let me close this out so we can have a broader view. Now, this is the detail of, you know, the uh, the detail of the room we just created. These are what we are going to, from here is where we are going to make use of. Don't forget that we have actually attended to this phase when we were creating our group, sorry, our room. So one thing first is you want to delegate a user. Who is this user? That user will be the person that will have access or that will be monitoring the all to be approving and disapproving requests that are coming in. Now, who do I want to be managing this room? I will come and I will search for Paul. Paul should have access, should have the delegate access to that resource. Okay, it is updated, and Paul is now the delegate. Should I call him administrator of that room? Yes, he can be an administrator of the room. So here we want to manage the exchange setting. So in managing the exchange setting, it's taking us straight to exchange online portal. This is where you come to manage the email setting of that room. So another thing is you can create or from here you can as well create resources from Exchange Admin Center. You see now that there is add a room. Sorry, there is add a room. Yes, add a room resource, add an equipment resource. Unlike that one that you just add a resource, then you select. So if you should say add a room resource from here, what you are just doing, the name first, the email address, general information. Okay, let's just create or two from here and see how they replicate. I believe you already see how all one replicated here in as much as we created this from the Microsoft Teams Admin Center. And when we created that, these are just some of the differences you'll be seeing. You see that it automatically takes all one for me and remove the space for me from the admin center, but yeah, I have to come and do it automatically. And by default, it picks a domain for me from the admin center. Yeah, I'm going to pick a domain for myself. And when I next, you see that this process is quite different, right? Now, there are a lot of information I want to put in here. The capacity, 30, the location, floor 2, phone number, department, company, address book, policy. There is no policy, right? There are, I've not really done anything on this tenant. If I had customized or configured a policy for booking, I could have been able to just assign one for me. However, I can still go back and assign the street. These are detailed, the country it is, like detailed information of where this room is, right? This one is just giving us a brief information. Now, booking option. Yeah, look at something here. This is our admin center. Here, I have to come after creation to click that I want to edit my booking option. Yeah, it gives me the privilege or the environment to make those changes before I even create it. But yeah, I have to finish my creation. These are just some of the changes or differences you'll be seeing. But in actual sense, like I told you before, the Microsoft 365 Admin Center is a centralized place where you can manage everything that has to do, or almost everything that has to do with Microsoft, Microsoft 365. But everything you can manage, they also have their own centralized, concentrated, um, and back end where you do detailed management, and one of them is the resource. The actual place that is meant for them to be created is the Exchange Administrators Portal. So here and here, let me just separate the screen and then I'll do it like this. All right, just so we can see. Now, look here, edit booking option. The first thing is say allow repeating meeting. This one say allow repeating meeting. And now look at something, choose when and how this resource should be scheduled. But it is not here, right? It's always a set to off if you want to specify users who want to access meeting manually. All right, now look at this. The first thing I want to do is to say, no, I don't want repeating meeting. Then I will come here and I off this. I should leave one on. Yes, I'll leave one on for practical case purposes. But I should have created an equipment resource, but it's not bad. So automatically decline meetings outside of booking limits below. Now, look at something. Let me explain here. They say, let me explain here. Booking window days. Booking windows by days. Now, it say automatically decline meetings outside of booking limits below. So this is saying that you should do your booking before on or before 180 days before let me, although I'm sending to Copilot just so I can explain better. Before 180 days, and then we have duration, which we also want to check. So this is the maximum days you can book it for, I guess. And I say in Exchange Admin Center, the booking window day setting determines how far in advance users can schedule a room or resources. For example, if it's set to 180 days, users can book the room or equipment up to 180 days into the future, but not beyond that. Is a way to control scheduling and prevent very long reservation. Yes. So some people may want to use your room next year. I think a lot of people do that for hotel when they want to do wedding, for example. They say, um, in the next 1 year, right? But this case, if you want to book a meeting and you say in the next 180 days is when you want to carry out that meeting, it will not work. It has to be between 1 and 180 days. And this case, we want to just say 1 month. Don't book our meeting for too long. After 1 month, if you are not using it within the next 1 month, don't bother booking it. Now, it now says okay, yeah, that is settled. And for maximum duration, now in the Exchange Admin Center, the maximum duration hour settings determines the longest period a room resource can be booked for in a single reservation. So if you are booking this room, you can't book it beyond 1 day. So I may want to say 72 hours, which is if you want to book it for 4 days, it will not work. It has to be between 1 day and 3 days. Now, if you set to 24 hours, users can reserve the room or equipment for up to 24 hours at a time, but no longer than that. This helps prevent excessively long booking that could block availability for others. Now, enter an automatic reply to be sent uh, uh, during, this is an option. This is optional rather. So I can say thanks for booking. We wish you a successful meeting. You can just put it like this, right? Okay, and they say automatically accept or decline meeting request. This is important when the purpose of creating this meeting is just if this room is occupied, bounce him out. If it is available, accept him, right? But if you want to be manually managing this room, if you want to be manually managing it, what you would do is you switch this off. Just so if somebody, if a reservation is booked, there will be somebody to say this room is available or this room is not available. And that is where delegation comes in. You now give delegation to who? But in this case, let's leave it for automatic. You are going to split this again. Let's check and compare the settings. Now, this one is set to automatic decline meeting. Allow scheduling only during working hours. So if you check this, what it does is your organization have working hours. In most of the times, it's usually Monday to Fridays, 8 to 5 p.m. Right? You can check this on your Teams. you have your working hours, right? And if that is the case, and you check this, it should be that people will only be able to book this room for that period. Let's check it for this and uncheck it for this. We are trying to do different things in this case. So this should not automatically accept, oh, decline meetings outside of limit. Automatically decline meeting outside of limit. Yes, this one, we are setting limits here, right? So if a person try to schedule a meeting beyond the limits that we have set up, it should automatically decline it. This is it. If I now say auto accept meeting request, set to off if you want to specify user who want to access meeting manually. This is the same thing um, saying to automatically decline meeting outside of booking limit. Oh, yeah, I checked this. So if you check this, I just want to be sure that I'm doing two different things. Allow, repeating meeting. Yeah, disallow, allow scheduling only during meeting hour. So, okay, automatically decline meeting outside of booking limit. Yes, automatically decline meeting outside of limit. No. Okay. So since I said no, you see what something happened here. As I said no, not automatically decline anything. The option for me to set limit is off. That means I don't even have a limit. Anybody can set anytime, any day. But if I should click it here, does it goes down? Yes. I'm trying to insert a number now, it doesn't work. So if you should do this, if you are not having a limit, if you are not automatically declining, you cannot even set the limit in the first place. But this is taking us back to 7 days. So that is one thing you should take note of. Because it will automatically decline, you have to set a limit so that if you exceed that limit, it will just decline. But if you say no, it means it doesn't have limit. What you now have to do is to have a delegate, and that delegate will go through all the bookings and see the one that is going to approve and disapprove or decline. And at the end of the day, everything just works on well for them. What am I doing? Okay, it doesn't go back. So I'm going to save these changes. Okay, that is saved. And if we try to open, what is the information we have? So we allow repeating meeting, yes. And automatic processing, yes. Automatic processing, auto accept meeting request. Yeah, yeah. We are not specifying a delegate. Okay, we have a delegate. Let's give it delegates. Okay, Paul. So Paul will be accepting and declining meeting requests, automatically decline meeting requests. Yeah, automatically accept or decline. Okay, so this one will put it to off, and this one will put it to on. So let's check again and be sure before I go ahead and create this. Okay, the delegate is yes. Auto processing is off. That means we have somebody who should be monitoring the acceptance and decline of that. So we are in booking option. The next thing is to, okay, see this one is grayed out because I did not say it should not auto, but this is auto. And one thing you should take note of, you can't pick the two at the same time. So if you next, it's just going to give me the option, the review rather summary, is a room or two. This is the email address, capacity, floor 2, no phone number, no delegates. Yeah, no delegate because we say it should automatically create. resource labor creation in progress. So we'll wait for that to be created. So while that is done, let's go back to our Copilot and see what it has for us. So now it's a booking and scheduling. So once you are set, users simply invite the room or equipment like any other meeting participants. The built-in scheduling assistant in Outlook displays the resource availability. Blue slot indicates when the resource is already booked, while white space shows free time. This seamless integration streamlines the entire reservation process, reducing scheduling, conflict, and administrative overhead. Should we use our Outlook first? Okay, let's. I may not want to open my Outlook from here. That is not a general Outlook. Okay, let's see. Maybe at some point I will need to stop sharing my screen. Let's come here. Okay. I'll just do that over the web. Just remember that I can do that now. So quickly, I will open my Outlook. Now look at something here. This is the admin center. I want to refresh. And we have the Exchange admin center. Let me open to Exchange. Okay, that is Exchange coming up. So I'm opening Outlook. Yeah. Okay. So there's Exchange. If I should come to recipient, I'll see resources. And here we have all one and all two. If I come here, you have all one and all two. Meanwhile, I created them separately. Okay, these are the details. And remember, these are already configured everything already, from the creation that give me access to all of this creation. But from the admin center, I only have options to provide all of this information, after which I'll come back and have all of this information, right? So I'll come to my mailbox. What do I want to do? I want to locate my calendar. Okay, this is my calendar. If I should open my calendar, I can as well do this from Teams, please. But let's do this first. So in my calendar, this is the meeting that is currently going on and is expected to end by 10 o'clock, which is here, right? Let's say we want to book a reservation. Let's say this is today, and I don't want us to make use of today. I want us to jump to, okay, we have the whole week here, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, let's just jump to another week. Let's say next month. Okay, let's say next month. We'll say 30 days for the or two, right? Next month. Today is 16. So 16th of next month will be 30 days. Let's book it for 17. Okay. So on 17, we want to book it at 9 p.m. So in 9 p.m., I want to say meeting with executives. Now, if I do this and I want to invite attendees, I will be want to say all one, right? All one. Everyone is available at 9:30 p.m. Let's go. Let's just leave the time. Let's leave everything, right? Let's send the schedule. No, send schedule with bookable time and blah 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 blah. Okay, event created. This is the event. Sorry, what did you just do? Okay, tentative team. So now look at something. I've gotten a mail. You know, I'm the one in charge. This is all one. Did you book for all one? Let me check. Uh, where are my attendees? Okay, all one. So let's look at the features of all one. Okay, all one, of course, I am the delegate. I will be receiving their mail and I can access their mail. I'll still show you that. And where's the settings? Okay, eyes from global. No, I don't want all of this. So eyes from global address list. If you should enable this, yes, not everybody will be able to search for this particular all and use in the organization. So manage. This will take us a long route. So if we should go to all one, look at something. I am a delegate, and there is a allow repeating meetings. This means I can book it and book another one and it will work. Just hold on, we will see to that. Now, automatic process. Samuel, if you're on your laptop, right, you can sign into your account and try to book that same time and date with me. Now, automatic processing is off. And you see, I got a mail already. Let me open. Okay, I'm opening my calendar. Uh, what I want to do is I want to open my mailbox in another tab. Oh, I have accidentally opened it. Now look something here. Tentative. Tentative means subject to change. I have not even approved. And look at it. No conflict, right? No conflict. They now say your request was received and is pending. Okay, I am the one. I am the one that sent out this meeting invite to who? To all one, that I want to make use of the all. Now, a message has come to me and tentative, meaning that this thing, this meeting you are scheduling is subject to change. But look at it here. This is my own message to Paul Ogboriefo. I want us to understand. I am the one managing these teams. I wish I have another email I could have used, but I don't want to be signing in multiple accounts. Please take note. These are two emails. If you check here, you see two here. All right. This is all one. All one is the one that sent this message to me, who make the reservation, to tell me that, okay, all one has tentatively accepted this event. Waiting for what? Approval. Your request was received and is pending what? Approval. Because it does not automatically what? Accept. Now, it has also forwarded a message to me. Me now, I have responded. Now look at something here. About to respond. This is Paul, who has sent this message to who again? To Paul. If it was someone that booked this reservation, it would have been Paul. This message would have been to Samuel, or one to Samuel. Then it would have been Samuel to Paul. And now I will now come and say, okay, click. What do you want to do? Are you accepting, declining? I want to accept. And if I accept, I'm expecting another email. So I'm accepting. Meeting accepted. I'm waiting for another email. Yes, the email has come in. Accepted. Now look at something. Oh, where is it? Mailbox. Oh, because I have opened it. But now, in this, I have a junk email. What's that? Okay. In this case now, if I should come, okay, yeah, it's here. Now look at something. Microsoft Teams all one is what? Accepted. Meaning, at this time, all one, I am using it on 17th of June 9 o'clock to 9:30 a.m. So we have been conversing, right? You see the flow now. This is me. Someone would have not known that I am the one accepting or declining from here. Now, upon that acceptance, it would come to my calendar to book that date for me. Let me refresh. Now, I want to quickly create another calendar. Still on this day. Is it here? No, that is June. And I click on the 16 or 17. Now, you see that it has added. Now, I want to schedule another meeting. Yeah. How do I do it now? How do I do it? How do I do it? And this is me doing it by myself to be difficult. And I don't want to sign in another account. Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay, now I want to add another meeting. Executive meeting, another booking. Executive meeting, right? 9 o'clock to 9:30. And I want to invite. And I'll say all one, right? And I'll go ahead to say, oh yeah, send. I'm expecting a message to say your location have been chosen. Sorry, the location you choose is not available at the specified time. Do you want to send the invitation anyways? Wait, I don't want to send it yet. Let's look at something. This place they are telling you that is available 9:30 to 10 a.m. This is a suggestion available, everyone. Meanwhile, me, I am choosing 9 o'clock to 9:30. Available 10 a.m. to this. But me, I say like, and now look at all one is X. There's an X here. But this guy is not available, but I want to send anyway. Let's see. I'll get the mail. I'm expecting it because it is not set to auto. Now, I don't know what that is. Okay, come on, get out. So all one has sent me a message again. I want to open. And look at it. Your request was declined because there are conflicts. Yes. But if you want to be surprised, is this thing said? You know, the essence of this in the first place is just to avoid confusion, but I don't understand what's auto processing off. If auto processing is off, let's open and see. And we on allow repeating message meetings. Why is it declining by itself? It's not supposed to. Is that not one? Meeting with executive is declined. So without even waiting for me to, this is the one I accepted. Without them waiting for me to, okay, let's just put this at the side. Let's put it at the side. Let's make use of or two now. Okay, let's make use of or two. We'll jump on to calendar. And in calendar, we want to come down to May 17th and then June 17. Is this June? No. June 17. And in June 17, let's go to 18 and book for or two. Meets with teams. Let's invite or two. Not on one or two. Okay, or two. We are inviting or two for 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. It is available. And you don't see any else, nothing, everything is good, everyone is available. So call is available. Everyone here means people that are selected. Call is available or two is available. Okay. So let me send this and see. We see it's auto process. Let's go to my mailbox. So on 2 meeting, you see that nobody will send me message. Is this on 2? Cool, cool. You see that on 2 is declined. The meeting request was declined. This resource can only be scheduled up to 30 days in advance. The end time should fall before Monday, June 16, 2025. Right? So we are going to try to schedule uh, for 16. Okay, let's schedule for 16th of June. We will schedule for 16th of June. Look at it, it's still even available for me here, but it has been declined actually. So if I say Teams meet and I do or two is available. Okay. So since or two, yeah, there was something we read here. Let's quickly go back to it. It says, um, the built-in, no, blue slots, but that is not blue, indicates when resources are available, while white space shows free time. Okay, that is for auto scheduler, right? That is for auto scheduler, scheduling assistance. But we'll get there. Let's send this and see. Now I send events created. Let's go to my mailbox. And Otu has sent me an email. Decline. How? So let's see why. Otu decline. But why? This one was initially declined. Okay, meet with teams. Meet with teams is declined as well. Let me first of all delete this. Maybe I need to delete this first, or probably edit it. Let me just edit this. So I will turn the calendar back to 16, right? And then I will send again. Let's see what happens. Decline. Why? Is it more than 30 days? Okay. It keeps declining. Let's set it for, it's possible it's more than 30 days. Let's set it for 15. Okay. I noticed something. So when it was 16, the green icon here to show that it's available is gone, meaning it's not available. Let's set 15. 15 should not be more than 30 days. So I will click on next and see. Okay, I've gotten a mail. Accepted. Meet with teams. Right. So this is not more than 30 days. And I'm expecting this to give me a message to say, welcome to, and the way the message are even duplicating kind of confusing. Okay. Here we are, accepted. Your request was accepted. Is this not the one we edited a customizing message? So this one as well was rejected. Okay, before June 16, before, and I went to select June 16. And this as well is still before June 16. So I can just take that off because it's showing for my calendar to see what I've been doing. So you see that this one now does not need the intervention of anybody to either accept or decline. One thing I noticed with the other one that requests or the other that requires intervention is that in as much as somebody or the administrator assigned to that resource has accepted a meeting, it will now automatically decline others that are coming in. My people, you may want to carry out a detailed research more on this course. We are not going to end it here. Let's talk. Let's see. I give delegation to room 1 using my account. So let's see how I will be able to access this to one mailbox. So if I copy this, sorry, if I should copy this and I copy and I come to my mailbox and I click this and do open mailbox, another mailbox, and I enter. Let's see if it will open the mailbox for me. It does not, and I want to wonder why, because that is the account I gave the delegations to. So if you set this off, you only, okay, the specified user only accepts the meetings manually. So I cannot really access the mailbox because on a normal sense, I don't even think they have their own mailbox of themselves, but they should have their own calendar. I should be able to manage their calendar. Like if I should come here, calendar, I should be able to manage for calendars for all one, all one or two. These are meetings me myself. I have. Let me quickly cancel these meetings. I don't need them. Just discard. Nothing. It's optional. I just said I'm canceling that. The event has been cancelled. And now that I'm canceling this event, see if I will get a mail for them or not. So you see, forward, there is an update. And what is the update? High importance. This is showing you that, hey, this message is requiring high attention. This policy resource request was forwarded to you for your approval. This request was forwarded to you for your approval because the organizer doesn't have permission to book this resource. These are just stories. Now let's go back to our mailbox. Let's go back to our mailbox and see what we have. So they are sending me messages for all one that has to do with what? Booking. Now I cancel for all two. You see it, it received, look at it, received for all one. That is the delegation I have. Received for all one. It is in as much as it is sent to me, but it is received for all one. This is what I was looking for. So any message as regards calendar that all one should receive, it will be directed to my calendar. But as for all two, the only thing it can do is if there is a booking, it comes to his mailbox as if the message is coming to him and he accepts it. And the other person who is booking the meeting will know that, oh, this person, my meeting has been accepted or my request has been rejected, whichever the case may be. So to continue our reading, it says management and delegation. Besides creation, the admin center enables you to modify or delete these resources. In case where a resource needs to be removed or its details updated, administrators typically have the ability to do so. Sometimes, especially in hybrid environments, additional steps like updating Active Directory entries or using PowerShell. Hey, I must say that everything we are doing has a script, and you can use PowerShell to run a whole lot of things for fast provisioning. Might be necessary to fully synchronize changes with Microsoft 365 more so. Additional, you can do automation and policy. This mailbox can configure to auto accept or decline. We have done that. Unique cases, while standard meeting rules or are common, equipment mailbox can be set up for any shared assets. This ensures that all resources, whether a boardroom or a piece of specialized equipment, are managed uniformly. Don't forget, the same way you manage your equipment goes same way with rooms. Okay, so there is no um, very big, huge difference in them. It's just the same thing. Is the name that differs. Just so for your own proper organization. Then we talk about synchronization and hybrid. We've not been doing a lot of this. If you want to do this, you want to really do Active Directory, domain, and services. So that is all about rooms and equipment, right? We did not create any equipment. You want to do that by yourself. Now let's check marketplace. Marketplace in 365 admin center. Now, what do we have in marketplace? While I close this for now, let's open to, oh, I close my admin center. Okay. So look at it in marketplace. The marketplace in Microsoft 365 Admin Center serves as a centralized hub where administrator can discover, purchase, and manage additional services, add-ins, and license that extends the capabilities of their Microsoft 365 environment, especially this area of Microsoft integrated storefront that brings together offerings from both Microsoft and its partners. So there are times whereby you want to make use of some certain applications that are not within Microsoft. You can go to marketplace and purchase those applications from third party. Those third parties happens to be happens to be trusted vendors by Microsoft. And then you will now be able to use some of those tools. For example, we have Canva. You can use Canva in Microsoft 365 environment. Now look at this key point about the marketplace. Evolution from purchase service. In previous version of the admin center, many admins were familiar with purchase services. This used to be the name. Under the billing section, with ongoing updates, Microsoft rebranded and reorganized its function under the marketplace tab. In some cases, you might even see differences depending on tenant setting or administrative role. Some global admins have noticed that their view changes or that the marketplace replaces the purchase services link entirely. So let's see, browse. So it's a centralized procurement of add-ons and licenses. So when I say you can buy a third-party application, when it comes, it becomes, because it is not the original service you initially paid for or subscribed to for offering, it becomes an add-on, like you are adding to this. That's what they call them, add-ins, right? It becomes an add-on. You are adding to what you originally had access to. Now, the marketplace is designed to streamline the procurement process. Here you can browse and acquire add-in. Now, discover Office add-ins and integrated apps that help personalize your document and streamline workflow. So let's go again. This is our admin center. We move to our marketplace. What do we have in our marketplace? First, we have a recommended products, and we have all products. Now, get the essential tools to run and grow your business. Streamline how you work with email, secure cloud storage, and file sharing in all places. Here they are recommended by Microsoft 365 Business Basic. While I have business enterprise E5 subscription, why do I need business basics? Now, these are some of the things that are tailored to me. We have Exchange Online Plan 1. You want to wonder, what do I have in my Exchange Online license that I have? But these are just tailored to me that, hey, bro, you'll be needing this. Now, if I want to buy this, what does this have to offer me? It's a subscription plan. I just want to buy it as a standalone. Perhaps I might have finished my 25 licenses for my users, and I need to assign or maybe I am having a 26 user and I want to give that user a license, but only for emailing. And I don't want to give him the Exchange Online plan too, because I don't, like, I don't want this user to have more than the required storage needed. Maybe, like, if you check the Exchange Online plan one, I think it comes with 5 gig storage space. It's not up to 50 gig. Or is it 50 gig? I think it's 5 gig. So there are a lot of things, but maybe I just want to buy this and give to my 26 user just so he can use only email. Maybe I want to give to 27 and you see it is sold for $4. Maybe I want to give to 26 user and 27th user. I can say, give me 2 counts. If I click here, it's 2 and it turns to 8 automatically. If I want to buy 3, I buy. And don't forget, you buy based on organizational need, right? So you can now do checkout. If you do checkout, get business email with advanced security. This is the summary of what you want to buy. It will just load and then you proceed. Um, you set up payment method. Now I cannot place order. Um, I need to add a new payment method. Add the tax ID. Although it's optional, and then I will just click on place order, and I will have it in my license page. So I can buy Microsoft Teams Essential. These are more of stand-alone licenses. These are things that that Microsoft 365 are recommending for me to buy to enhance my business productivity and collaboration. So these are some of them. You see, uh, this is a different application completely outside of Microsoft, and this is by CRM, customer relation management, right? So I can decide to get this and use it. Now, if I now go to all products, what test do I want to buy or use? What test? So I will see them here. What do I want to buy? You can filter. Is it based on Microsoft 365? Is it based on Office 365? If I should click on this, it will give me Microsoft 365 stuff that I can buy. If I click on Office, it will give me the Office application which are available for me. This is Office 365, and here I think we have Microsoft 365. If I come to business apps, I'm expecting this to give me list of business apps premium, business automates per user plan, business this, business that. As for Microsoft 365 Universal Print, Microsoft Intune Remote, all of them are price tag, right? Office 365, E3, subscription, collaboration, and communication. This will be, let me check this just so we can focus on something. So if I say collaboration and communication, why is it giving me 0 products? So you see 0 products showing dynamic 41 products are available for me on Dynamic, Unified CRM, uh, Dynamics for sales, Dynamics sales, this different plan. This is for sale, this is for sale, but this is $20 per license per month, but this is 65 dollar per license per month. This is 150 like that. And don't forget, one license can only be assigned to a user at a time. So if we come to security and identity, you see the ones that are meant for them, enterprise mobility plus these, and a lot. So I talked about Canva earlier on. Let me search for Canva, see if I will have it. Oh, there is no products that match Canva. But basically, we see Zoho, a trusted vendor. There are some, okay, there is add-ons here. There are some applications you can actually pay for, what you're actually paying for is the license anyways. Pay for and you use. see other services. What other services do we have? Copilot Studio. Although majority of them are Microsoft products, right? Majority of them. So Windows and all of those. So yeah, is where you just come to buy a add-on license and assign to your user. Once they are bought, you will see them in your billing page. Now, what is in your billing page? You come to licenses or you come to your products. If you come to your product, you'll be able to see the count, the license I have. Now, in this tenant, I have one product, which is Microsoft 365 E5 developer without Windows and audio conferencing. Now, how many do I have in total? I purchased 25. I have assigned 7. Available is 18. It's active, the status, and it's expiring, December 2025. Commercial direct, the channel, the product type, is license based, and the price model is what trial. So I could literally, if I have gotten any, you also see it here as a list with these columns too, indicating the numbers that I've assigned, the total quantity I've had, or I have, the availability licenses, the status and all the rest. Again, if you go to why is this not? So if you go to licensing, okay, here is where you actually buy your license, but you can still see a of sorry, summary of what I have here. I have the Microsoft 365 developer, and then I have the thing. Okay, this is also in the license. So anything you buy there will as well show here, right? 18 count, sorry, 25 count, 18 assign, 7 out of 25. I can, as usual, export and it will download for me the details of what I'm having. I will now come here, see the ones that have expired, none. I will just close this out like that. And then that is your product, the license. Okay, I think this is where we'll draw the curtains for today. We'll just dive straight to question and answer, after which we'll call it a night. But for now, I'm going to put an end to this recording. Okay, so the recording is saving up, and I hope